All I'm saying is that I don't buy into the whole. Hey guys, today I've got Barilla meat sauce Gemelli. Gemelli? Gemelli? Gemelli. Anyway, before we get started, I'd like to ask you to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications. And if you end up liking this video, please give it a thumbs up and tell all your friends. So today I've got this ready in 1 minute Italian style entree from Barilla. Barilla is a pasta company. It's a name brand this time. It's a lot like that Dinty Moore thing I had, except this one looks like noodles. So I guess that's what a Gemelli is. Gemelli? I don't know. It's little spiral macaronis, I guess. It says that it's made with real beef, no preservatives, and 14 grams of protein, which is hopefully good. So the instructions say peel back film past the sauce cup. Hold sauce cup and pasta tray when opening. Okay. Microwave for 1 minute and carefully remove film and pour the sauce on the pasta, stir, and enjoy. Interesting. So I guess let's see what's in this thing. So this is kind of neat looking. It's got like the sauce in its own little cup next to the pasta. So I guess I have to peel the thing up a little bit and hold sauce cup and pasta tray when opening. So I guess the sauce is separate from the noodles and that the noodles are going to cook themselves. I don't know. Let's see what we've got to do here. Peel it open and... oh, there's a little tab right here. I guess I'm supposed to stick my thumb on. Okay. Oh man, it smells like pasta sauce, which is good, I guess. Okay, so it looks like it's sealed. Come on. Yeah, it says to open it. It's a little bit difficult. So there's the glue around the edges, but then there's also glue around the pasta container. So it looks like the noodles are already mostly cooked. Look at that. They're like these little corkscrew thingies. Anyway, so yeah, it looks like it could be good. It's got the sauces in its own little tray here, which is kind of neat. So I guess you heat it all up together and then it's separate, and then you dump the sauce into the pasta and mix it up so that it doesn't get super mushy like one would expect a meal like this to be. Okay, well, anyway, I gotta put it in the microwave for about a minute. So I'm gonna get cooking and I'll be back in a minute or so. Hey guys, I'm back. Usually I'll take a picture of the food for the thumbnail before I come and sit down, but since this has some further instructions after you heat it, I figure I could show you guys how it's supposed to be done. Or at least, we'll learn together. So I'm supposed to carefully remove the film. It's kind of hot, steamy. Okay. And then pour the sauce on the pasta, stir and enjoy. Okay, guess I picked this up. It's got like a little handle thing. Just kind of goes in there like that. Let's see. And then I got an extra little tray thing to deal with. I guess it's recyclable. I don't know. I got a letter in the mail that said that you're not supposed to put food grade recyclables in the recycling. So I guess I'm gonna have to throw it out anyway. It's got the little recycling thing on the bottom, but I'll just throw it out. So let's see. Stir and enjoy. It doesn't look like a ton of pasta. I'm pretty hungry, so I don't know if this is going to quite cut it. I'm going to take a quick break to take a picture of this, because that's what I do. But I'll give you a sneak peek there. So let's give this sucker give it a try. So it doesn't look like there's a ton of meat in here, just like little, and then it's really, really finely ground. So I don't know if I would want to call this a meat sauce. It's mostly just tomato sauce, but the noodles are kind of fun looking. See how they're all cooked? Weird kind of corkscrew. I guess that's what a Gemelli is, like the Lord of the Rings. So the noodles are very well cooked. The sauce is very tomatoey. I'm not tasting a lot of herbs and spices. It's mostly just tomato. But altogether, it's not bad. It's more fun than macaroni. I'm not tasting a ton of salt. Usually these things have a ton of sodium, but this one only has 500 milligrams of sodium, which is significantly lower than just about everything else I've tried thus far, which is good, I guess. I'm not entirely sure why so much sodium is bad for you. I guess it dehydrates you, but then at the same time, they put sodium in sports drinks for the electrolytes to rehydrate you. So I don't know. This also has 63 grams of carbohydrates that are, I'm assuming that's from the noodles. It says 14 grams of protein, I guess from the meat, but there's like barely any meat in here. But to be fair, it was shelf stable. Lasts for about a year. Expiration is September 2020, which is good. There's no telling how long it's been on the shelf though, so I couldn't tell you how long it actually lasts. And a little Parmesan, just because cheese is awesome. Even though I don't know if this is actually cheese. It says grated Parmesan or Romano cheese. The ingredients contain Parmesan or Romano cheese, but also powdered cellulose to prevent caking, potassium sorbate to protect flavor. So, it's mostly cheese, supposedly. I've been told that, this kind of cheese offends other cultures who can't appreciate the processedness of the American cuisine. If it's not processed, it's not American. Like American cheese, for instance. They don't even call it cheese. They call it processed cheese product. But it's American cheese because it was processed right here in America using milk from American cows. Though I don't think you would want to put American cheese in Italian dishes. It's like Velveeta. Velveeta is a cheese product, but it just sits out on a shelf. You know, most real cheeses, even American cheese, you're supposed to refrigerate, but not Velveeta. Velveeta just comes in a block on a shelf. Don't get me wrong, I love some Velveeta shells and cheese, but I don't know that you could really call it cheese. I used to eat a ton of that when I was a kid. I don't know if they sell Velveeta in other countries. I'll have to ask somebody about that. If you guys know, feel free to comment. But I feel like other cultures who don't appreciate processed foods probably wouldn't even allow it through their borders. But I mean, what is processed food? What does processed even mean? It means you did something to it, right? I mean, if you chop it up, does that make it processed? You have processed lettuce, you just chop it up. I mean, could you have a naturally processed cheese? Like natural cheese that you didn't cook with, and then it becomes processed? I don't know. I guess I'm assuming that they call it processed when you start adding chemicals and stuff. But then what is a chemical? You know? Are the enzymes, I mean, everything's technically a chemical, right? Chemistry and science. So the enzymes that make cheese, is that a chemical? I mean, technically it's a chemical, but I feel like most people wouldn't call it a chemical. Chemicals are stuff that end with, I was looking for an example on the back of this thing, but this is actually pretty natural, no preservatives. So lactic acid, that comes from milk or something, right? I don't know. Got beef flavor. Oh, okay, I see what it says. It's not actually meat, it's meat flavor. And they make the beef flavor, which I guess is made from beef stock, beef fat. I don't know, it tastes pretty good, but is it really beef? There's pasta, there's meat sauce. Meat sauce is tomato, diced tomatoes, onion. Oh, it says it's got cooked ground beef, cooked ground pork as well. And carrots? Huh. All I'm saying is that I don't buy into the whole no preservatives, natural food is amazing, all that stuff. Because this stuff right here, I mean, it tastes good, and I enjoyed eating it. It says no preservatives, but there's got to be some kind of preservatives. I guess salt. natural preservatives or something. Otherwise, it wouldn't just, sit on a shelf for a year and still be eatable. Eatable. Sure got a spoon. Alright. Still my shirt. But that's why it's an undershirt. You wear it under real clothes. So it doesn't matter how stained it gets. Your real clothes look fine. But that's neither here nor there. The bottom line is that this Barilla meat sauce Gemelli is pretty good. And I will give it a thumbs up. It cooked in 1 minute like it said it would. It was hot. It was this cup thing is kind of interesting. I've never seen anything like that before. It's interesting that it keeps the flavors separated until you put them together. So the noodles don't really soak up any of the flavor. So you still get that kind of freshly merged pasta and sauce-ness. What else to say? It wasn't super filling. I could eat probably 2 or 3 of these. One tray is 320 calories. I'll probably eat a banana later, or maybe some leftover Halloween candy, or both. But if you just eat one of these things for dinner, I mean, that's 320 calories. You could eat one for each of the 3 meals, and you'd be way under your 2,000 calorie a day limit, right? So I'm going to call it health food, because you could absolutely lose weight just eating, 2 of these things a day and drinking water. I wouldn't just eat 2 of these things a day. I would probably go and get lunch like I did today, So I think that might be a contributing factor to how full I am, because this is just kind of a topping on top of my lunch. But regardless, I quite enjoyed it, and I would definitely have it again. I don't know if Barilla makes other flavors of this, but it's an interesting, concept piece here. So yeah, thumbs up. Anyway, thanks for joining me for dinner, and I'll see you next time.